Long, long ago, in Eastern Europe, there was a king named Demetrius. King Demetrius was very kind-hearted. Everyone in his kingdom lived a happy and healthy life because of their king's generous and tolerant policies. Joansi, a wise old man, was King Demetrius's most trusted minister. Because of his ready wit and wisdom, Joansi was not only King Demetrius's favorite minister, but also dearly loved by the people of the kingdom. People used to come to him, from far and wide, for advice on personal matters, as well. However, there was a group of ministers in the king's court that was jealous of Joansi's growing popularity, and disliked him intensely. These ministers outwardly showered him with praise and compliments, but, covertly, began to hatch a plot to kill him. One day, some of these ministers approached the king's barber, Malako, with a plan. As Malako was a trusted servant of the king and was able to talk to the king about almost anything, freely, they asked him to help them get rid of Joansi permanently. Of course, they promised him a huge sum of money, in return. Though Malako was a good barber, he was also an extremely greedy man. Malako, personally, had no grudges against Joansi, but, due to his greed, he just could not pass the offer of so much money. Greedy Malako readily agreed. The next time the king required his services, Malako started a conversation about the king's father, who he also used to serve. He sang praises of his fine, silky smooth hair. Then, as an afterthought, he asked the king that, as he was enjoying such great prosperity, had he made an attempt to do anything for the welfare of his ancestors. The king was furious at such impertinent stupidity and told Malako that it was not possible to do anything because they were already dead. Malako mentioned that he knew of a magician who could help the king establish contact with his ancestors, in heaven. The magician could send a person up to heaven to inquire about his father's welfare. But, of course, this person would have to be chosen carefully. He would have to be intelligent enough to follow the magician's instructions as well as make on-the-spot decisions. He must be wise, intelligent and responsible. Malako then suggested the best person for the job would be, the wisest of all ministers, Joansi. The king was very excited about hearing from his dead father and asked Malako to go ahead and make the arrangements to bring the magician to the court immediately. The king asked Malako what else the magician would need to establish contact with heavens. Malako explained that they would take Joansi in a procession to the burial grounds and light a pyre. The magician would then chant some magical words as Joansi would ascend to the heavens through the smoke. The chanting would help protect Malako from the fire. The king happily informed Joansi of this plan. Joansi said that he thought it was a brilliant idea and wanted to know the brain behind it. Upon learning that it was Malako's idea, Joansi agreed to go to the heavens, but with two conditions. 1. That he be given a large sum of money for the long journey. 2. That the king give him 1 month's time to settle his family, so that they had no trouble while he was gone. The king agreed to both of Joansi's conditions. In the duration of this month, Joansi got a few trustworthy men to build a tunnel from the funeral grounds to his house. And on the day of the ascension, after the pyre had been lit around him, Joansi escaped through the concealed door of the tunnel. He disappeared into his house where he hid for a few months while his hair and beard grew long and unruly. In the meantime, his enemies were rejoicing as they thought that they had seen the last of Joansi. Many months passed. Then, one day, Joansi, suddenly, arrived at the palace with news about King Demetrius's father. The king was extremely pleased to see him, and started hitting him with a barrage of questions. Joansi told the king that his father was in the best of spirits, and had been provided with all the comforts, except one. The king wanted to know what his father was lacking, because now he thought he had found a way to send things and people to the heavens, and back. Joansi answered that there were no barbers in heaven, which is why even he was forced to grow his own beard. He said that his father had asked for a good barber. The king, immediately, decided to send Malako, his own barber, to serve his father in heaven. He called both Malako and the magician to prepare to send him to heaven. The barber could say absolutely nothing in his defense, as he was caught in his own trap. And, once the pyre was lit, he died on the spot. Nobody dared to conspire against Joansi again. Moral of the story is that greed can get you killed. Thanks for watching. If you liked this story, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and share our channel. Please hit the bell icon to receive notification of our new videos. We love to hear from our viewers, so please comment and let us know how you feel about our stories. Thank you.